Maybe you're one of the 39 million Americans who will hit the road for Thanksgiving this week. Now, picture this. You're cruising down the highway and you hear that familiar tone. Do you reach for your phone despite your better judgment? We all know texting while driving is dangerous. According to the CDC, more than 9 people are killed every day in crashes involving a distracted driver. But it's hard to resist the temptation. Now, the man who created the travel website Kayak.com is hoping his new app will give drivers added incentive to keep their eyes on the road. Earlier today, Edgar Herwick took the app for a spin with software engineer Bob Renus.
The app, called Road Wars, turns safe driving into a game.
All right. So we got the phone mounted. I guess you just fire up the app.
It uses your phone's GPS so it knows where you are. You earn points, or coins, by capturing the streets that you drive on. And you capture streets by driving safely.
Just driving on the road without speeding, without braking hard, without swerving. But it's mostly speeding that we're monitoring.
A street capture is indicated by a blue flag and an encouraging way to go sound.
I get it. Captured Callahan Place. So we just captured another street here.
When you aren't driving safely, the app lets you know.
All right, and that was clearly you shouldn't have done that sound.
Yeah.
And if you speed?
So I'm looking at the speed limit here. Oh, now we're speeding. Here's what happens if we speed. I want to see what happens. All right, so wait.
See, now it went quickly. Now it got up there quickly. Okay, but we were going pretty fast.
So it's giving you all kinds of warnings.
Road Wars will let you take a phone call, but you'll pay for it.
Oh, I better take that.
All right, so you took the call.
Hello? Okay. So that's not good. We were really trying not to have any distracted driving.
Okay.
So now when I go back, see, I get a 30-minute penalty for that.
And it's not just punitive. You also earn coins for going above and beyond.
Now, I see you were talking, we just got a bonus. What did we get a bonus for?
For 10 minutes of safe driving.
All right. Bonus.
While it remains to be seen if the app will catch on, early results show that for at least one family, it can be addictive.
Do you ever just go driving around just to capture roads for no other reason?
Of course. Oh, ask my wife, too. My wife does the same.
All right, so you've seen what it does, but how does Road Wars work? Paul English is here to explain. He developed the app and is the founder of the travel site Kayak.com. Paul, I get such a kick watching you watch that. You love this thing.
Yeah, I do, and Bob is hilarious, so it's fun to work with Bob every day, and it's fun to see him demonstrating the app.
Okay, now, be honest. Is this a game, or is an anti-distracted driving app?
I mean, it's both. We had a meeting today, and one of the guys also on our team, Christian Allen, was saying, are we a safe driving app that's a game, or are we a game that encourages safe driving? I'm not sure how to position that, but it's both. We really want to make sure that the game is fun on its own, and then the way you get good at the game is by driving without excessive speeding, without touching your phone while the car is moving.
I mean, it has other potential uses, too. I mean, you were saying that parents could have the app, a signal sent to their phone so they could see, for instance, how their teenage drivers were driving. I don't know if I'd be too thrilled about that if I were.
You know, we could add that feature. We're not excited about doing that, at least right now, because we want to make this really something fun that drivers enjoy using it. I find a lot of the apps that the insurance companies have to be a little bit creepy. You know, sending your data up to the cloud for someone to look at to decide how much money you're going to pay for insurance. I'm not sure I like that model, but we might do something where the parent can tell the teen, hey, I'll give you free gas money if you agree that your driving can be evaluated by this game.
Well, you brought up insurance companies. I had the same question. I mean, that could be a potential tool for them if they got a record of your app. Even if you were goofing around with it, they got a record of that, and they could see how often you were speeding, even if you weren't picked up by the police. It could potentially have an impact on your insurance rates.
It could, yeah. We have to think hard about when we would work with insurance companies on that. I can imagine doing it the wrong way, which would be giving all my data to insurance companies, which I, as a driver, might not want.
Is this an altruistic thing for you? Do you have a passion about distracted driving? I mean, there's a lot of things that, I mean, can it tell, for instance, if I'm putting on mascara? I mean, How did you get into this?
The main thing here is I have 2 teenagers, and when I was teaching Nicole and Michael how to drive, I started becoming aware of my own driving. And they say, to teach is to learn, and whatever subject you're teaching, you have to think a lot about your own knowledge in that area. And for me, driving, I have to look at how often I get distracted. Do I get tempted when I hear that sound that a text has come in? How often do I speed when I'm late for a meeting, et cetera? And to me, I like the whole concept of gamification, where you take game strategies and apply that to regular things you use in life to make something fun. I thought that could be done in safe driving, and that was kind of the motivation.
Did it change your driving habits?
It absolutely has changed my driving habits.
Really?
I'll be on the road. Last night I was driving to pick up a friend, and my son was calling, and I wouldn't even answer the call, even though I have hands-free, until I pulled over somewhere where I could call him back. Once you get in the zone of this and you learn not to do excessive speeding, because if you start speeding, 10, 15, 20 miles over the limit, you start losing points in the game. And once you've gotten into the zone of this, you don't want to do something that's going to cause you to lose points in the game. And obviously, if something jumps out in front of me, I'm going to slam on the brakes to prevent myself from hitting something. But the app will definitely cause you to be thoughtful about don't touch your phone when you're driving, and don't do excessive speeding.
Right now, you're tied in with MapQuest, which has a couple of downsides to itself. But I mean, does it always know what the speed limit is? Does it always know the name of the street?
Yeah, name of street, we're probably accurate 95% of the time. Speed limit data is inaccurate right now. We're probably accurate most of the time. I don't know if it's 80% of the time. We are working on getting a much more accurate speed limit database than we have today.
Are you have any other apps that you're developing?
I do, but none that I'm ready to talk about yet
Really?
today. Yeah, nothing yet.
And then, so what's going on for this week? Are people traveling as crazy as they have? How's business on kayak?
Yeah, business on kayak's going really well. This is always an exciting week for us to watch, not just where people are flying from, and we'll have nice charts on kayak that will show data to the industry about where people are searching, where they're buying, but also looking at the feedback we're getting from travelers after they travel for the week, what airlines they now love.
I'll let you know.
I'm
traveling myself.
Yeah.
Except for everybody's scaring us away with this storm. It'll probably be a total bust.
Yeah.
Right? Have you been following it? The weather's
I have been.
The big chyrons all on CNN. Severe weather coming your way. It's like, don't get on the road. All right. Paul English, thanks so much for coming.
All right, great. Nice to see you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.